You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 13th of January, 2026. It is 23 days after the winter solstice. It is 66 days before the spring equinox. The sun rises today at 7:18 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:04 p.m. The sun sets today at 4:51 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:21 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 5:55 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 24 seconds, longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase, and is 23% full at midday. The moon rises today at 3:06 a.m., and it sets today at 12:34 p.m. The moon reaches its monthly apogee at 3:48 p.m. today. The new moon will arrive on Sunday, the 18th of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the morning, high tide, 5:42 a.m., 1 meter 19. Near midday, low tide, 12:08 p.m., 9 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 7:59 p.m., 91 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, from time to time one sees a pigeon on the sidewalk, clutching a sad, thin twig in its beak, even in wintertime. In a natural environment, pigeons roost in crags on rocky cliffsides, but in the urban environment, they find similar locations all around the buildings of the city. The male chooses the roosting site and attracts a mate. It's the male who then goes out and finds nesting materials. Now, pigeons are famous for building rather sloppy nests, just a disorder pile on a ledge. But they will inhabit one nest for years if they can, and over time the excrement from their nestlings builds up, along with twigs and trash, creating quite a sturdy structure. It's not clean by any means, and it's not elegant, but it serves them well. Commemorations. On this day in 1888, the National Geographic Society was founded in Washington, D.C. 33 explorers and scientists met at the private Cosmos Club in Washington's Lafayette Square to establish the organization for, quote, the increase and diffusion of geographic knowledge, unquote. It was an elite gathering of the well-off. The inventor and tycoon Alexander Graham Bell and members of his extended family would be involved from the start. Just 8 months later, they began publishing the National Geographic magazine. By offering memberships to the general public, which included a subscription to the magazine, they gave the society a wide democratic appeal, and the magazine pioneered the use of editorial photography. Happy birthday to the National Geographic Society. On this day in 1920, a New York Times editorial scoffed at the idea of using rockets in space. The Times was responding to the research of Robert Goddard, the father of American rocketry. His experiments advanced rocket science, and he was an early proponent of sending rockets to space. The New York Times dismissed the idea, saying that rockets could never fly in space, lacking air to push against to achieve thrust. How wrong they proved to be. On this day in 1942, Henry Ford patented his so-called soybean car. The chassis was mounted with a tubular steel framework to which plastic panels were attached. It was 30% lighter than a standard metal car of the time. It's unclear what the plastic was made from. Some accounts say it was a combination of agricultural products, with soybeans as the main ingredient. Once World War II began, the project was sidelined, and the soybean car never made it into production. Today is Stephen Foster Memorial Day. The American composer of popular tunes died on this day in 1864. Foster wrote many songs that entered the American canon, including "O Susanna," "Camptown Races," "My Old Kentucky Home," "Jeannie with the Light Brown Hair," and "Beautiful Dreamer." Sadly, his works were widely pirated, and he died of alcoholism in dire poverty. Remember Stephen Foster today. Finally, today is Korean American Day. It honors the anniversary of the arrival of the SS Gaelic ship in Honolulu in 1903. carrying 102 Korean immigrants to the United States, the first of many who would follow. We send our greetings to our friends and neighbors of Korean heritage and honor the contributions Koreans have made to the city we all call home. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 13th of January, 2026.